What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? We are here today with another tier list video, and you know they're controversial left and right. People will be talking about them in the comments below. I did upload my tier list of all NBA teams going into next year's season. You guys showed amazing support on that, so thank you so much. Today, I'm going to be ranking my 2020 starting point guards tier list maker. Now, this is fairly accurate. There might be some that won't be here or that I think won't start, and I'll mention them, so don't worry. Actually, funny enough, I just think I found a better one that is a little bit better. It's still not great, but it's probably the best one I found so far. So, you guys do enjoy these tier list videos. Please drop a thumbs up, because I feel like a lot of people will end up disliking these if I put their favorite player of their favorite team not as high up on the list. And if you guys disagree with me, please let me know in the comments below, and I'm sure you can disagree with me something, and these aren't 100% right. This is just my personal opinion as an NBA fan. I'm not an NBA genius. I don't think really anybody can be, because there's no scientific aspect to the sport. It's pretty subjective. So this is just my opinion, but if you disagree with me, please let me know in the comments below, because this won't be perfect in everyone's mind. Also, if you guys want to see me do every position, let me know. Like I said, I did do every NBA team, and I might do that again right before the season starts on my main channel, because my thoughts and opinions have changed a little bit on the teams, especially as we get through the preseason. So you can be on the lookout for that, but we might as well start getting into this. So I have 5 categories. Elite, so like that's the top end point guards. All-star, pretty much the tier behind them. Above average, good solid point guards. Average, and this means like starters as well. Like an average point guard, and then below average, meaning they probably shouldn't be starting point guards going forward. If I do feel like they won't be starting, then I'll let you know, because like I see Lonzo Ball, but I'm pretty sure Eric Bledsoe's starting. Frank Ntilikina, Elfrid Payton's probably starting. Everybody else looks fairly solid. But if I have any disagreements, I'll get into it. So Steph Curry, elite, 2-time MVP. He's still one of the best point guards and one of the best players in the NBA. Obviously, he missed most of last year's season with the broken hand or arm, whatever he had. And they weren't very good anyway. So he's still an elite point guard, still a top 10 player in the NBA. Lonzo is definitely above average. I would say he's better than an average point guard, given what he does in transition with the ball in his hands as a playmaker, facilitator, and as a defender. And he was a good three-point shooter last year. Yes, he does need to get his overall attacking at the rim, or his rim field goal percentage up and his free throw percentage up, but he's definitely an above average point guard. Patrick Beverley, I would say he's average because his offense is very limited, but like, I feel like he's close to Lonzo, so we'll go back to Patrick Beverley. Darius Garland right now is below average. He wasn't great his rookie year, but it's like / unproven as well. You know what? I might change that. Yeah, so I'm also going to have this as the / unproven, so he's kind of more in the unproven than the below average. Same with Kobe White. I mean, Kobe White was good at the end of the year last year, but yeah, he's more, you know what? I think I like this better. Yeah, I'm going to separate them from below average. So I think DeJounte Murray is average at the moment, as he did come back from his ACL injury last year, and he wasn't anything crazy. Now, he could be above average this year, but just at the moment, I'm going to keep him in average, as he could definitely end up above average at the end of the year, and I think he'll end up as probably the second best player behind DeRozan on the Spurs this year, but this is just right now. This is not what I'm projecting this season. Frank Ntilikina, as much as I love him, I don't think he's starting, especially at the point guard position. He is below average. He's a great defender, but he's really very limited on the offensive end. He's more of a shooting guard as a spot-up shooter, and he's good in the pick and roll, but right now he's below average, unfortunately. Luka Doncic, he's elite. He is a top 10 player in the NBA in my eyes. Kyrie Irving, does he go in the elite or the all-star? I'll decide on that. Goran Dragic is definitely above average. He's a very good point guard, very reliable, very consistent, and he has been good for the Miami Heat for, the last 6 years or something like that. John Wall, do I put him in above average or all-star? I'm going to put, do I put him in above average because he hasn't played in a minute? I'll go back to him. Jamal Murray, honestly, I think he's an all-star type point guard. Yeah, I think he's that good that he could be in that all-star tier. Now, all-star doesn't mean that they've made it to an all-star game, because there's only a fixated number of all-star spots, and I think he's I don't know. Now I'm contradicting myself. We'll go back. Malcolm Brogdon's above average. He's a great defender. He's a solid shooter. He's a very good passer. He's kind of Lonzo, just a way more efficient. And Lonzo is probably a little bit better of a passer as well. Russ, all-star. I don't think he's in the elite category, but he's an all-star. Same with Ben Simmons. Those ones were easy. Same with Trae Young. Those 3 were fairly easy, as they were all all-stars last year, and they're all 3 top 6, 7 point guards. Devontae Graham. Ooh, do I put him in average or above average? Go back to him. Shea is... Ooh, this is tough. I would say above average at the moment. Now, above average doesn't mean, like, wow, they're slightly above average. He's a lot. Like, he's close to all-star, like, what he put up, like, his talent-wise. But he's definitely not in this tier of point guards, right? Yeah, he's probably more in this tier. Kemba Walker. He's an all-star. Yeah, there'll be probably a lot of guards in all-star. Yeah, Kyrie also. I mean, does Kyrie go in elite or all-star? I'm going to put Kyrie in all-star as well. I do like that. Damian Lillard, he's an elite, I think. Oh, we're actually going to have... Okay, so yeah, Damian Lillard is also an elite. He's a top 10 player in the NBA in my eyes as well, and he's coming in the elite category. Ricky Rubio, I think, is above average. He's a good defender. He's a good passer. He's a solid shooter, not anything crazy from the field, but not terrible from three. And he's coming in at above average at the moment. Kyle Lowry, he might regress a little bit this year, but he's still an all-star. He was one last year. He's one of the smartest players in the NBA. When I mean that, he has great vision, great basketball IQ. He's still a good defender, great passer, good shooter. If he regresses this year, then he'll go down to above average, but I think we got to put him in the all-star category. LeBron, obviously, he's an elite. He's the best player in the NBA in my eyes. Drew Holiday, I guess he will be a point guard for the Bucks this year. Yeah, he's an all-star. I know he's never... has he made it to an all-star game in his career? I do want to double-check that before I say that he hasn't. But, like, the West is so, like, talented in its top end. He's an all-star caliber player. Like, he is that. And he's an all-NBA caliber player because I think he's very good. He has been to not an all-star game in 7 years. That's crazy. That is really crazy. But yeah, I think he's still an all-star caliber guard. Obviously, I don't think he's as good as Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, Trae Young, but I think he's up there with those guys as well. Markelle Fultz. Who? I don't know. We're going to go Derrick Rose at above average, though. Yeah. Ja Morant. Because if Ja Morant is above average, I don't know. Like, I was thinking about, do I put him in the all-star category? Or do I put him in... Because then do I put Shea there? Huh. I think Shea belongs at above average. Ja will go back to. Markelle Fultz. Actually, no. We could easily do Chris Paul. Chris Paul is an all-star. He's not elite. He's not above average. He's an all-star caliber point guard. De'Aaron Fox, I think, is the same. I think he's a step above these guards. Yeah, I think he is. And I think it doesn't help that he plays in Sacramento. But I think he's that good that he's in the same realm as, like, a Kemba Walker. It's just he doesn't play as good of a team. Kemba Walker obviously made it to the playoffs last year for the first time, or like really the second time in his career, I believe, because he was actually on a good, competent team. The Kings aren't, I mean, I'm not going to say they're incompetent, or I wouldn't say the Hornets weren't incompetent, but like, you know what I mean? Like, actually on a successful NBA team. And I think Fox is better than Shea. Mike Conley, I would say he's average now, which sucks to say, because he was near the All-Star category when he joined the Jazz. But I'm going to say he's average right now. Poor Frank. He's the only guy below average. There's a lot of good point guards in the NBA. I'm going to say Patrick Beverley is average as well. I wouldn't say he's above average due to him just not being a great playmaker. He's an okay passer. He's not the worst shooter in the world. His defense is good. I think it's a little overrated, but that doesn't mean he's a bad defender. I think he's a fine defender, but he's just going to come into my average tier. I'm going to put John Wall above average. Now, it's just because he hasn't played in 2 years. And I know he's looked great in the preseason. I just don't want to put him in the All-Star category yet just because he hasn't played. That's the only reason. And I think he could be in the All-Star category if he looked like the John Wall of old. Because before he got hurt, he was borderline elite. And he was in the All-Star category 100% before he got hurt. It's just he hasn't played in a little bit. And he's probably the best guy out of these. That's what I'm going to go with. Do I put Fultz in average, below average, or unproven? You know what? Last year was mainly Fultz's rookie year, so same with White and Garland. I'm going to put Fultz there. Like, it was his rookie year. Like, he was bouncing with injuries in Philly, never got a true shot. Last year was his first true shot. He's going to be unproven for now. Yeah. I mean, if I actually had to do no unproven, I'd probably put Garland in below average, probably put Fultz in average, and probably White in average, but I'm going to put these guys in unproven. Devontae Graham, yes, last year was his first full year, but I'm going to put him in average. He's not a good defender. He's a good three-point shooter, and he's a good passer. I just probably prefer every one of these point guards above Devontae Graham going forward. So he's going to come in this tier. It feels weird putting Mike Conley in here. Maybe I'm over or just really taking into effect his last year regression year. But like he was in a new system. I'm just going to put him in average. He's definitely the best point guard in this tier. Jamal Murray. Do I put him in above average? Would I put him in All-Star? You know what? Maybe I'm putting too many guys in All-Star. We're going to put Fox and Murray in here because I think Fox and Murray are very close. So if I'm going to put Murray in above average, I feel like I got to put Fox in above average. Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, but do I put Rubio in average? Huh. Or I put Lonzo in average? It's tempting. Ja's also weird, but Ja's going to, yeah, he's definitely going to go in above average if I'm going to have these guys in here. Like, if I had to rank these guys, Ja Morant is so hard to rank because he hasn't played. Poor Frank, man. I don't know. I probably have like Elfrid Payton in here. Like if Thomas Satoransky was in here, he'd be below average. I'm trying to think of other starting point guards that could be below average. I mean, Darius Garland is probably below average point guard. I don't know any other below average point guards off the top of my head. I'm sure there may be someone out there that is one. I mean, if like, yeah, I don't know. Like, Dennis Schroeder, I'm surprised wasn't here, but I guess LeBron is really the real point guard. But yeah, I think I like this tier list. I'm going to look at it for a little bit and see if I want to change anything around. It's just I feel like this above average tier might be, it's a little dense, but I feel like these guys are all above average. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this. And above average means they're good. Like, this is good. This is really, really good. And this is like, you're an elite player here. You're really good. Like, you're almost elite. But like, does Jrue Holiday go above Murray, Fox, and Morant? Like, okay, these guys definitely belong in here. I think Jrue Holiday belongs in there. I think what his defense does and him being a very good offensive player belongs in there. Like, Murray, not as good on defense. Same with Fox, same with Ja at the moment. And Ja, you could say he was unproven, but after his rookie year, he's definitely above average. Yeah, I think I'm good with this list. Okay, and then at the end of the year, where I could see players going, I could see Holiday dropping down to, I could see Holiday and Kyle Lowry both dropping below to All-Star. I could see all these guys staying in elite. I could see Simmons, maybe Trey, Kyrie, and Russ all going up to elite, but probably not Russ. Maybe Kyrie going to elite. Trey, maybe. Probably not, though. And then maybe Ben Simmons. I could 100% see these five, Shea, Ja, Wall, Fox, and Murray going into All-Star. I don't think I'll see any of these guys going into All-Star. And then I could see probably Rubio maybe regressing or Rose down to average, but I don't think so. Same with Dragic. I think they'll be fine this year. Average tier, I think we could see Murray go definitely to above average if last year was just proven to be a rehab year. Same with Devontae Graham if he could prove being the same next year as well. And then Mike Conley, if last year was a fluke and it was just him getting used to the Utah system, he can go above average. Frank isn't really their starting point guard. This is Elfrid Payton. And I'd probably put Elfrid Payton in average, so there wouldn't be a below average guy. Poor Frank. You know I love Frank, though. And then unproven, I do have these guys. But actually, maybe I'll have Fultz in average. Yeah, why not? So yeah, that is going to be my tier list. Let me know what you disagree with down below. And I'm sure you'll disagree with something. Sorry if I put your favorite player in a tier below than what you think he should be. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Drop a like if you guys do want a shooting guard tier list. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.